Good evening, and welcome to It's Too Late, where I like to say it's never too late to be triggered happy. Not trigger happy, triggered happy. I am so triggered by this guy's post that it makes me happy. It makes me happy that he is Nate McMurray running for Congress. He's running for a seat in Congress, and he would actually write, "Die, make America great again, die, you lose." Okay, so that's what happens when you're a knucklehead and you've lost the plot. Unless, of course, the plot is to destroy America. Okay, so it's one thing to be a political candidate knucklehead and be so triggered that you would actually say, "Die, MAGA, die." But it's a totally different thing to light yourself on fire. Now, that's just crazy. All right? Well, this knucklehead, he didn't survive. I know in this photo, he looks like he might was going to make it, you know. He looks like if only we could have got him out of the fire instead of me just monologuing like this, if I could reach down there and help him out. But instead, I'm going to report on it. And what it is this knucklehead has decided he was so triggered, he was so convinced that he was probably right about everything. We should probably all do this, right? Just kidding, YouTube. Oh! I wonder what kind of accelerant he used. I wonder if it was like hairspray or something. Because he had like long hair, you know what I mean? And that stuff, that's a serious accelerant. Anyways, there's no real lesson to this story if you didn't learn enough growing up to know that it's a bad idea to light yourself on fire. Then that's it. Can't help you.
This access to his stuff, and it's there. What can we go find?
I don't know, like I don't even know these names, like a Fox News person or like a Tucker Carlson or like.
I'm sure he's on the radar, right? You always want the biggest and loudest, like that. What was his name? The one that said Sandy Hook didn't happen. It was all
Alex Jones.
Yeah, so we were after him.
You are? Are you still after him? Why?
Because he's broke. He got found guilty and had to pay like $100 million.
So why were you after him?
We're not anymore.
Just to get the money from him?
Yeah.
Was that court case used? Was that a CIA
Sure it
thing?
was.
That was the agency thing?
Well, actually it was a defamation case. So it's a civil, not government. But we were looking at all of his followers, commenting, following, like, who's that going to lead us to, right? So even though it's technically not our, well, not the agency definitely, but the Bureau, for instance, yeah, that's not our purview. It's a civil matter. But since they got all this access to his stuff and it's there, what can we go find?
And did you find anything?
I can't tell you
Oh,
if we did. But so it's just kind of like realize the opportunity that you have.
So with Alex Jones, you were watching him long before anything ended up happening.
Probably. It wasn't my office, but I mean, we would have been well aware of what he was doing.
And the goal with him was what? Just to bankrupt him?
Pretty much. And we let the families do it.
And what?
We let the families do it.
Were they encouraged to do that by the Bureau? Like nudged?
We don't encourage people,
But like,
we just say there's no federal statute being broken, but you do have the option for a civil case, and it's a pretty good case.
Nice.
In our opinion.
So, that makes so much sense. I have a cousin who's a lawyer. So that's a lot of these cases. They're kind of encouraged by the FBI.
Yeah, like there's nothing federal law we can do, but civilly we can go at him that way and chop his legs off.
And they did. Yeah. So the FBI was happy.
We didn't care. We were like, oh.
Basically, the citizens did your job.
Yeah.
Wow, so you can encourage a civil lawsuit.
Not encourage. Educate.
What can you do with people like Alex Jones now? Because he's still out there. Yeah. He's still chirping.
He can chirp.
They still watching him?
Yeah.
Why?
He did what we wanted.
Which was what?
We took his money away. We shut him up for a while. You're never going to shut him up permanently.
How, well, unless you put him in prison.
But again, he didn't do anything to go to prison. Being ignorant is not a crime, though it should.
It is. I mean, what you could bring a nudge.
He didn't incite a riot like Cheeto. He didn't encourage people to go shoot people. He didn't do anything.
Additionally, O'Bleness states that he knows and works with FBI agents who were undercover in the January 6th Capitol riot, estimating about 20 field agents were there undercover. While O'Bleness notes that they were not involved in violence, this appears to be the first admission of undercover FBI agents in attendance.
I thought you said that there were FBI agents in the crowd at J6.
There always are when there's a big protest in D.C. Just in case it gets out of hand like that. But there wasn't enough to turn that tide. I mean, I'm talking they maybe have 20. You needed 1,000 to get rid of that crowd.
So they had like, that was just 20?
Yeah, just to go through and observe and see what I could hear, that kind of thing.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. They needed 1,000 at least.
Well,
Wow.
see, that's also Capitol Police jurisdiction. They're in charge.
So
Why they didn't have more on hand, I don't know.
The Bureau didn't really want people knowing that they were in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be overstepping their bounds.
A little bit.
Do people know that?
Why?
Did people know that the Bureau was in the crowd?
Nope, and probably never will.
You know agents that were there?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, they work for the agency now.
Well, I believe this tweet right here and this reply sums up where we're at in America today. Okay? So we have Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. She says Mike Johnson betrayed America once again. After doing nothing to secure America's southern border, reauthorizing FISA to spy on the American people without a warrant, fully funding Joe Biden's DOJ that has indicted President Trump 91 times, and giving Biden's political Gestapo a brand new FBI building bigger than the Pentagon. Speaker Johnson just sent $61 billion to fund the proxy war against Russia in Ukraine. House Republicans and the American people would be stronger without his disloyalty and betrayal of his principles. Now it's time for my colleagues to go home and fear for their constituents. We need a new Speaker of the House. Okay, that was Marjorie Taylor Greene's statement. And Representative Eric Swalwell says, LOL. Okay, pretty professional from a representative. He says, you will never do anything about it. You've been rolled more times than a bowling ball. Slava Ukraini. Okay. I say, everybody think about it. Hey, you know what? Everybody with a thinking brain already has thought about it. I'm certainly not talking to you folks. If you're watching this, you've already thought about it. You see people all across the board. That's right. Black, white, gay, straight, everybody. Chicago, New York, overrun with insanity. You know what they want? They want to make America great again. That's right. So get used to it, folks. Don't fear it. Don't hate it. Everybody is MAGA. They just don't know it yet if they have TDS. So let's fix the problem. We'll come together. We can do it. All right? Folks, they want us separated. They want us divided. Left against right, black against white, fat against skinny, nation against nation, religion against religion. Who are they? Them. That's who they are. Them. Them that are against us being together. That's right. So we must not freak out if our feelings are that somebody's different from us or against us. People aren't against you. You know what I mean? Come on. It really isn't like that. Okay, so let's come together the best we can. Let's don't rage. Let's be aware of how lucky we are to have this life and to have each other. This is awesome. You're awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great night.